Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Caitlin Clark's reaction to Lexie Hull's shot says it all. From the sidelines, she watches as her teammate finally breaks her shooting slump with a clutch three-pointer. But that moment was just the spark for one of the Indiana Fever's most dominant performances of the season. Missing their star player and playing without a true point guard, the Fever were expected to struggle. Instead, they put on a masterclass in resilience with playoff implications written all over it. The Chicago Sky never saw it coming. Drop a "Fever" in the comments to show your support for Lexie and the team. Let's go!
We're back home, baby, let's go! Back in the W column. Well, I got your challenge. That's a big dub, baby! Point guard.
Big dub!
Picture the Fever's worst nightmare. Back-to-back losses no one saw coming. Fresh off a dominant start to their West Coast road trip, the team seemed unstoppable until Phoenix and Los Angeles brought them crashing back to earth. These weren't just ordinary defeats. They were the kind that shake your confidence and make you question everything about your playoff hopes.
You know, obviously we lost our last two, but I think, I don't know, that LA one felt good for us because we didn't quit. And then, you know, life happened the other night at the Valley, so we could have looked at it like, oh, woe is me, and, you know, we don't have enough players, and we didn't. So shout out to our group for just staying like confident and staying ready because, you know, it's a professional league and we have to be ready and we can't make too many excuses about it because no one's going to hand us anything. So we might as well look at it for what it is and keep showing up.
The team was already without Caitlin Clark, sidelined since July 15th with quad and groin injuries and no timeline for her return. But things got even worse in the Phoenix game. In the first quarter, Sydney Colson went down with an ACL tear in her left knee, and you could see it unfold in real time. Just like that, her season was over tonight.
Unbelievably proud. I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly. We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season. I think throughout the course of it all, we stay resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So shout out to my girls tonight because I think it took everybody. Everyone played a piece, played a role, and I think that's how we got the dub.
But here's where it gets truly devastating. In the fourth quarter of that same game, Ari McDonald broke a bone in her right foot. 2 point guards. 1 game. Season-ending injuries for both. Suddenly, the Fever had no one left to run the offense. The point guard position was wiped out entirely. No team in the WNBA wants to face a game without their floor general. But losing the backup to, and the backup to the backup, that's pure basketball nightmare territory.
I mean, you guys are unfortunately kind of familiar with injury updates this season, but I imagine yesterday's was probably pretty tough. Just what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. You know, they're two really good people that you hate to see this happen to. You know, they've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. You know, unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And you know, we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. You know, so I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
Coach Stephanie White had to improvise rotations on the fly, hinting at a by-committee approach to running the offense. In coach speak, that usually translates to, "We have no idea what we're doing."
It means you don't have any healthy point guards and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. I mean, we've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her. Continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her and you know, Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense, and we'll utilize them in such a way.
Fans began to wonder if this team could weather real adversity. With the trade deadline already passed, the front office had no moves left to make. They were stuck with the roster they had. The Chicago Sky probably thought they were catching Indiana at the perfect moment, wounded, desperate, and without their biggest star. After all, the Sky had lost to the Fever every single time this season. This felt like their chance for revenge. But what the Sky didn't realize was that the Fever had been building something special all year. This wasn't going to be another collapse story. It was about to be a masterclass in team basketball and pure grit. The stage was set for someone unexpected to step up and change everything.
Williams gonna have to hurry off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for two more.
Lexie Hull had been stuck in her own head for weeks. Shot after shot rattled off the rim as her confidence eroded. This wasn't just a bad night or two, it was the worst shooting slump of her professional career. In the 2 weeks leading up to the Chicago game, she went just 2-for-25 from beyond the arc. Her mother hadn't seen her make a three-pointer since August 1st against Dallas.
What was kind of the last month like? How do you stay out of your head or listen to the right people? What is that balance like? As you know what you need to do. Take us kind of what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's focusing on doing the right thing, taking the right shots, being in the right place, focusing less on the outcome of things. Missed shots happen. It's going to happen in everyone's career. And to just really focus on getting the next good one. I think that's the whole mindset, and we know we have confidence in every single person on every shot that they take. So, it's just keep shooting.
Hull's shooting struggles had reached a painful low. She was missing open looks she once buried without a second thought. You could see the hesitation creeping in shots that used to be automatic now came with a pause. Her natural, fluid stroke was being replaced by doubt. Each missed three-pointer piled on more pressure, trapping her in a mental prison where overthinking smothered instinct.
And then, Lexie, what was it like to finally break out of that slump, and especially on a night when
it's all there
when they needed you to?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you, and I definitely feel that every day, and it's fun. It was fun today to get to celebrate some of those.
The Phoenix game laid bare just how rough things had become. Hull went 1-for-11 from the field and 0-for-8 from three, finishing with just 2 points, arguably her worst offensive performance of the season. After the game, teammate Kelsey Mitchell shared an emotional moment with her, telling Hull she was going to count on her for what she brings to the table every single night.
Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Hull benches up. Caitlin Clark with a big grin.
Then came the moment that changed everything against Chicago. Hull stepped into her first three-point attempt with Caitlin Clark watching from the bench. The ball left her hands with that familiar backspin, arcing high before dropping clean through the net. Clark leapt to her feet in pure joy on the sideline, celebrating as if she had drained the shot herself.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexie Hull, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring adversity lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous, no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexie Hull! Heat checking her napalm era right now.
That single shot broke the dam. Hull's confidence came rushing back, and she immediately started hunting her next look. She finished the night 4-for-6 from deep, but the box score doesn't tell the whole story. This was a player rediscovering her identity in real time. Hull was cutting without the ball, reading the defense, and playing with a freedom that had been missing for weeks.
Lexie, that final three-pointer kind of felt like the perfect end of that night. Just if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. The crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.
Hull's plus 22+ minus showed her impact went far beyond scoring. Her 17-point, season-high performance proved that sometimes all it takes is one shot to change everything. Teammates celebrated every make, Aaliyah Boston flashing the three-point sign with both hands, Sophie Cunningham wrapping Hull in a hug. Chicago had no idea they were about to witness a complete team demolition.
Crazy that I'm like, when the song comes on, just like it's all there. Like, you just gotta believe it, and I think Lexie knows that we believe in her. Our last game in Phoenix, I think we all were just a bit emotional about everything, and I think me and Lexie had an emotional moment because, you know, no one shot well, and I want her to know that we gonna count on her for, you know, what she brings to the table every night, and I'm gonna always stand by my teammates, so you never have to worry about that.
Kelsey Mitchell had never been asked to run an entire offense in her WNBA career, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Known as a pure scorer, Mitchell built her reputation on putting the ball in the basket, averaging career highs in points but minimal assists. Running the offense wasn't her role. Scoring was her craft.
Yeah, Kelsey, you obviously had to play out of position tonight, kind of fill in that point. You had a season high 8 assists. Just how did you try to embrace that for this game and kind of?
Oh man, I haven't played point guard. I was telling the girls I haven't played point guard maybe since college, and so that was different. But I think I don't know, it brings out the vulnerable side of me, the leadership in which I need to keep getting better at and keep growing at. I think being in this PG position kind of helps with that. And I think I believe in my team. So seeing my assists, go up is just because of these girls. We have an unbelievable chemistry when it comes to, seeing and reading each other. So I think they made me look good tonight.
Playing point guard means sacrificing your own shot opportunities to create for teammates, a shift that runs counter to every instinct Mitchell has built over 7 seasons in the league. Coach Stephanie White noted that Mitchell had initiated the offense at times during the season alongside Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham, but running the show full-time was an entirely different challenge.
Just to add to that, I think Kelsey's not giving herself enough credit. Her and Sophie putting themselves before the team, making sure that they're sacrificing, playing out of position, doing things that they don't normally do, maybe uncomfortable, but I think they both really did a great job of sacrificing in those moments and doing what the team needed to do.
My girl. Sexy Lexie.
The first few possessions made the adjustment period obvious. Mitchell was rewiring her basketball brain in real time, battling against her natural scorer's instincts. She was used to hunting her own shot first. Now, she had to scan the entire floor and identify the best option for her teammates.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. Comes it up to Boston, it trickles in.
But then something clicked. Mitchell began seeing the floor in a whole new way, spotting passing lanes she never noticed as a shooting guard. Her court vision expanded, and she started threading passes through tight windows, setting up easy baskets for teammates, sometimes with passes that even caught them by surprise.
We're settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
Mitchell wasn't just managing the offense, she was conducting it like a seasoned floor general. White had said they would need to simplify their plays and lean on a bigger lineup, but Mitchell was making it look anything but simple.
Cunningham thought about it this time, puts it on the deck. A deflection, bodies flying to the floor. Mitchell controls, 8 to shoot. Mitchell, hesitation in the paint. The floater off the window.
And here is Kelsey Mitchell getting downhill. Little sidestep into the floater.
Pivoting, pirouetting, tough shot, well defended. Mitchell trying to attack Allen. Step back tray. Mitchell buries it.
Chicago's defense had no answer for Mitchell's dual-threat game. They couldn't decide whether to shut down her shot or her passing, and every time they committed to one, she hit them with the other. Play her for the pass. She scored. Key in on her scoring. She found the open teammate.
It's now Van Lith on the island. Mitchell trying to create a little separation. Oh, the hezzy and the smooch off the window. Kelsey Mitchell.
Hand guarder off the bounce. The hezzy, the floater, the kiss off the glass.
Parades the baseline back up top. Working again. Westbelt. Step back 3. Rolls it in. And that is a long 2 this time.
Mitchell finished with a season high in assists, proving that great players find ways to impact winning no matter what position they play. In one night, she completely reinvented her game, giving her teammates better looks than they'd had in weeks. But the real fireworks were still to come on the other side of the court. Picture this team in the playoffs. Resilience under their belt, gritty games that have tested their character, and Clark back in the lineup ready to dominate. This win without their superstar shows the Fever have built something deeper than one player carrying the load. While other teams rely on individual brilliance, the Fever are developing the kind of chemistry that wins championships. Coach Stephanie White has stressed the importance of bringing in quality people who genuinely want to root for one another. That team-first mentality was on full display here. When Hull struggled with her shot, her teammates kept feeding her. When Mitchell had to play out of position, everyone adjusted.
Lexie obviously had to play out of position tonight. She had a season-high 8 assists. Just how did you see her embrace having to do that, embrace having to do like what the team needed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's who she is. She just wants to play. And, I felt like we did a good job of still getting her the ball in positions that she had been getting the ball. We just tried to do it, a little bit more often and try to get it a little bit more in flow. And she let the game come to her. Her decision making has been really good. She had those 8 assists and only 1 turnover. Her shot making was really good, as it always is, and we know that she's going to create a lot of gravity because of what she does on the offensive end. And she did a really good job of picking her moments and finding her teammates when she needed.
Paul's confidence is back after breaking out of her shooting slump. Mitchell has unlocked a new dimension to her game as a facilitator. Boston continues to anchor everything in the paint with her steady presence. These aren't just individual improvements, they're signs of a supporting cast around Clark that's no longer just a group of role players. They're legitimate weapons who can take over games when needed.
She is her own worst critic. She's a perfectionist. She wants everything to go right all the time. And, it was nice to see the ball go through the net for her and for her to play with such confidence. I mean, for us, we believe that every time she shoots it, it's going to go in. But for her to finally feel that and see that and play with so much confidence, it's big for us. We need her. She always does the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet, but when she knocks down shots, we're a different team.
Every win like this builds the mental toughness that separates good teams from great ones when the playoffs arrive. The Fever faced adversity with injuries to Sydney Coulson and Ari McDonald. They could have folded after back-to-back losses to Phoenix and Los Angeles, but instead, they adapted and overcame. That's championship DNA forming in real time. Their success has hinged on their ability to share the ball and elevate each other. White spoke about the team's interconnectedness and their willingness to support one another. You see it when they celebrate Hull's made shots. You see it when Mitchell steps into an unfamiliar role without hesitation. You see it when Boston keeps everything anchored on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of this group. I think we've shown all season long, like, they're resilient, they're connected, they pull for each other, they enjoy one another, they celebrate one another, and, that stuff alone is good for 10 to 12 points a game. And, for this group, the way that they share the ball, how unselfish they are. I mean, I'm really proud of them. It's not been ideal circumstances all season long, but they've shown the character of who they are. They've been resilient. They've responded to adversity, and they continue to elevate one another. And, I couldn't be more proud of this group than I am at this moment.
The 2025 season isn't just about making the playoffs anymore, it's about making serious noise once they get there. This Fever team is building something sustainable, a foundation that goes beyond simply having talented players. They're creating a culture where everyone knows their role and is willing to sacrifice for the team. But first, they had to finish what they started against Chicago. The Sky were about to find out just how dangerous this group has become.
I think it just says a lot about who we have as human beings. That was one of the things that we made a priority in the off season of, who we bring into this organization. Number one, quality human beings, selfless human beings that want to pull for one another, that understand. We have this depth for a reason, and sometimes it creates challenges getting people on the floor. But in situations like this is why you have it. And I'm just, she's right. I mean, as a pro and as a pro coach, this is one of the most connected groups I've.
What started as a basketball game quickly turned into a statement performance that reminded everyone why the Fever are playoff bound. The final score, 92-70, a 22-point blowout against a team that desperately needed a win. Their 4th straight victory over Chicago this season wasn't just about the result. It was about sending a message to every team in the league. Chicago is headed for the bottom of the WNBA standings for the 2nd year in a row, but this wasn't just another win. It was proof that the Indiana Fever have built something sustainable and special for 2025. Comment Fever show down below to show your support for Lexie and the Fever. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a moment. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.